You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM. The most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
I'm asking, is Pharaoh still existing? As he be born, resembling an Israelite, not being treated right, enslaved day and night. No, we just can't go on this way. We just can't go on this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go on this way. We like the Israelites still. Night and day, for next to nothing pay, so they can't see the way. We don't enjoy equal facility, like Pharaoh and company, brainwashing we say we free. We just can't go this way. We just can't go this way. Please deliver us today. We just can't go. With so much life, just come on this way. Not even thinking that we would realize. And if we criticize, we could be ostracized. We don't know who to trust. That's why I say, Lord, please listen to this prayer that comes from the Lord. Another the children can see the way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. Oh, we just can't make it this way. We like the Israelites still in bed. Please send us another Jesus again. Oh, 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 oh. The ice is melting in Alaska. This is what the scientists say. Soon many countries will be underwater, but I don't want to see that day. All the buildings they put up on the waterfront, is he going to come and take what she wants? Down in Westmoreland, them people know the mansion sinking, so they have their eyes on the hill. So while you planning to shoot and kill, they have their eyes on the hill. Every time they lock you up, is your grandparents' deed and will. They have their eyes on the hill. On the hill. This was done deliberately to send the youths the wrong direction. When there is no one to look up to, drugs and guns just get real value. So the youths get caught up in a get-rich scheme, trying to fulfill an elusive dream. So while you're planning to shoot and kill, they have their eyes on the hill. When they plan to relocate, you did fit the bill. They have their eyes on the hill. No longer desperados, but give me the thrill. They have their eyes on the hill. On the hill, that beautiful hill. Laugh until they have their eyes on the hill. It's such a beautiful place. The best view in the country. The best piece of real estate.
likes of Angostura and Fernandez, Toyota and Milan Massey, Citrus Goers, CGA, Myerson and TSTT. Continue to make money at the foothills of Laventille. But when you apply, no matter how you qualify, about your dress you must tell a lie. So when you're planning to shoot and kill, they have their eyes on the hill. While community leaders want their pocket filled, they have their eyes on the hill. No longer the banks will give you a loan to build. They have their eyes on the hill. On the hill, that beautiful hill, laugh until they have their eyes on the hill. You never hear about these success stories coming out from Laventille. All they highlight is the negative things that flow from the hill. Remember this young lady who took the country in CXC? The public must understand this crime situation is about land acquisition. So when you're planning to shoot and kill, they have their eyes on the hill. Right now they don't have no land that they could backfill, so they have their eyes on the hill. On your four-parent foundation, you refuse to build. They have their eyes on the hill. On the hill, that beautiful hill, laugh until they have their eyes on the hill.
You get up one morning, your elders have something, you don't know how they get it, but you want to use it. But if you ask them old people to get the things what they went through, ask them this any day, and your parents sure to say, black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're able to get a pulley and jam with the devil. Why? Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind, brother, that you're ready to swim offshore and hold your boat steady. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you're here, you get a little something. With a dragon eye, you keep watching, because I don't tell you already. Black man will get nothing easy. You get up one morning, and oil money running. How it come you don't know, so that it care how the thing go. But if they read about Uriah, they wanna find out the pressure. How we get so much old hell to get a penny from TLL. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be be a magician to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that eagle eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So we got up one morning, independence happening, getting the thing come easy. Now they're taking liberty, but if they know about petition, we have to send to England for some woman to tell we in this colony free. Black man have to keep on jabbing, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. People hold you, humiliate you, turn on and sell you, and then they free you. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. So when you hear you get a little something, with that dragon eye you keep watching, because I don't tell you already, black man don't get nothing easy. So when a black man gets something, he got to start thinking to get it there easy. He got to practice economy, from getting licked from the slave master to become the landowner. Brother, it's a terrible journey, back with plenty brutality. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to rise up, you got to stand up, pick up your mind, you will always stay on top. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to go to conference in England to get independence in your own land. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. You got to take up your own cash money, pay people for your own refinery. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something. Make up your mind to be a magician, to make money out of scrap iron. Black man have to keep on jamming, for black man to get a little something.
Keep me as the apple of thine eye. Hide me under the shadow of thy wing. O Lord, my Savior. It's so hard to deal with personal struggle. It's so sad when you feel alone in your trouble. It's real hard when you want to talk to a brother. It's so bad because of how some look at you after. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover my head. Satan want me dead. Cover my back from human attack. So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. People see you smile, but don't know the hurt that you're feeling. Even as God's child, at times your heart does be bleeding. Where can you go when you're really looking for healing? Who know how to flow when your soul needs some restoring? So Jesus, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me home from evils unknown. Cover my feet so I'll never retreat. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Jesus, cover me. Cover me, brother. sister, them who under pressure. Cover, 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 cover the preacher, every church worker, the young believer. Cover, 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 the worship leader and intercessor, every gospel minister. Cover, cover, cover. Jesus alone is the one who has the real answer. The one on the throne is the true and loving Father. He will hold your hand and keep you from going under. He will make you stand and let you know he's a fixer. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover me, man. You know the struggle sometimes. Cover me mouth, that the wrong thing wouldn't come out. Oh Lord, cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it. Cover me while you fix it, Jesus. Cover me. Cover the Christian in the midst of aggression with the power of your right hand. Jesus, cover, cover, cover them helpless children. Jesus, defend them. Send help from heaven. Jesus, cover, cover, cover all them radio stations that blessing the nation. Grant divine protection. Jesus, cover, 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 cover me, cover me, cover me.
Truer words were never spoken. The less you associate with some people, the more your life will improve. Anytime you tolerate mediocrity in others, it increases your mediocrity. An important attribute in successful people is their impatience with negative thinking and negative acting people. As you grow, your associates will change. Some of your friends will not want you to go on. They will want you to stay where they are. Friends that don't help you climb will want you to crawl. Your friends will stretch your vision or choke your dream. Those that don't increase you will eventually decrease you. Consider this. Never receive counsel from unproductive people. Never discuss your problems with someone incapable of contributing to the solution, because those who never succeed themselves are always first to tell you how. Not everyone has a right to speak into your life. You are certain to get the worst of the bargain when you exchange ideas with the wrong person. Don't follow anyone who's not going anywhere. With some people you spend an evening. With others, you invest it. Be careful where you stop to inquire for directions along the road of life. Wise is the person who fortifies his life with the right friendships. If you run with wolves, you will learn how to howl. But if you associate with eagles, you will learn how to soar to great heights. A mirror reflects a man's face, but what he is really like is shown by the kind of friends he chooses. The simple but true fact of life is that you become like those with whom you closely associate, for the good and the bad. Note, be not mistaken. This is applicable to family as well as friends. Yes, do love, appreciate, and be thankful for your family, for they will always be your family, no matter what. Just know that they are human first, and though they are family to you, they may be a friend to someone else and will fit somewhere in the criteria above. In prosperity, our friends know us. In adversity, we know our friends. Never make someone a priority when you are only an option for them. If you are going to achieve excellence in big things, you develop the habit in little matters. Excellence is not an exception. It is a prevailing attitude.
Let me say
a special hello to all the WZYE 95.9 FM listeners. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. And you know how we start eating here in the village? We always start right here.
It have our place, WZYE, where they treat you like friends and family. So if you're looking for a place to belong, going WZYE, you could come along. If you have haste, do come with me. We do have dad on WZYE, Santa Meditate.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the one and only, the man himself. The man commonly known here in the village as the Love Doctor. That is Rani Muhammad. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, as we always say here in the village, doesn't matter what color t-shirt you have on a pink t-shirt, a salmon t-shirt, a mauve t-shirt. Doesn't matter what planet you're from Mazatanius, Xenoranius, Sonaranius. Each and every one is welcome in the village with Uncle Tommy and Professor Wall Street on WZYE 95.9 FM. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we always say we originate, we don't imitate. And I'm expecting Tommy to join us. You know how it is. He might be having some internet difficulties. I put it that way. He's having some internet difficulties. And at the top of the hour, we expect to join us Assemblyman Trevor James, the 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 secretary responsible for infrastructure in Tobago, and he can tell us about what's going on over there in Tobago with respect to infrastructure. And I did see another article that um, the Minister of Energy announced that Trinidad getting 30 million, $30 million to deal with the oil spill in Tobago. I'll be curious to see, you know, how that money is distributed and who is responsible for distributing that money in Tobago. Because anytime you're dealing with money, some of them money could always go missing, or there could be an error. I'll put it that way. Or a misstatement, as some people want to put it. There could be an error or a misstatement. And in this day and age, we have some very large errors happening in Trinidad and Tobago. And as explainer said, we just can't continue that way. Let me quickly go to the chat. We see, of course, Bijram is on a streak, man. Bijram again. The second time, Bijram, you're going for the hat trick, boy. Don't let nobody stop your hat trick, Bijram. People doesn't only stop hat trick here in the village. Bijram say, good day, Uncle Tommy on Wall Street. Locked on today menu. Sada roti and shrimp. A shrimp. A shrimp, I think you want to say that, boy. I ain't sure. Or so many people say. Shrimp. Shrimp. Is it shrimp, Bijram? I ain't sure. Renwick, well, we finally get somebody from Tobago, Renwick. We used to have plenty of people in Tobago, but sometimes people are very busy. Trinidad Margot, we haven't seen you in a little bit. Trinidad Margot, what is going on with your political leader, Philip Edward Alexander? I've seen a young man by the name of Opinion Box. He did a video and he stated that Philip Edward Alexander stated that he gave him some $40,000. And the young man called Opinion Box stated that he only received 13,000 from Philip Edward Alexander. He wants to know what happened to the rest of the money. It plenty thing happening to money in Trinidad and Tobago these days. And where the money gone? That is what Opinion Box want to know. I just regurgitating what he said in his video. So, Trinidad Margot, you and Hailey might have more information that we don't have. And you may want to clarify that situation for us. In that, you can call us and clarify it or send a voice note that Philip Edward Alexander
has an outstanding debt. He's in a deficit. He owes. And you know how that could be. It's Trinidad and Tobago. Tommy,
Yes,
welcome.
thank you.
Mhm.
And it's a pleasure being here with you. How are you today?
Today is a splendiferous day. Today I did um today I did 4 miles at
Whoa,
what was the pace, boy? All right, let me remember the pace. The first mile was 7 minutes and 18 seconds. The
good.
second mile, the second mile was 7 minutes and 19 seconds. Right?
Okay.
So that is 14 minutes and 37 seconds. Right?
Mm-hmm.
The the next mile was 37, 23, was 7 minutes and 28 seconds. And then the last mile was 7 minutes and 17 seconds. So I ended up running 29 minutes and 20 something seconds. Yeah, if I
Four
remember
miles.
clearly. 4 miles, yeah, 4 miles. And I think the reason why I was able to run a little faster today because the weather was very, very good. It was like about 80 something degrees. And remember, I did 5 miles on Sunday. And I did that in 39 minutes and something. So today was a big improvement as far as, running 4 miles. And so, it was pretty good. I really couldn't complain. The weather was nice, and I took advantage of the weather.
Excellent.
Uh,
Excellent.
so, so Tommy, I was trying to get some feedback from Trinidad Margot and Hailey because they are they are peppers, as they just call them, right?
You're
And
peppy.
Peppy, yeah, they're Peppy. I have a partner grew up named Peppy, up in Chumakak, they used to call him Peppy boy. His real name was David, but is Peppy, is David Peppy in is Peppy David in is David Peppy in Spanish?
When I was a youngster, teenager, I had a group named Chichi and Peppy. They had a song, if I remember clearly, the song was I Know That I'm in Love. That's
Oh,
late 60s.
okay. So I don't know how we get it Peppy, but all of we used to just call him Peppy up to today. His real name was David, but nobody never called him David. Trinidad Margot says walls. All I can say is Trini Bacchanal. Yeah. Now the other thing is this, Tommy. I saw a video today, right? Again from Margot leader, Margot and Hailey. Who else is Pep followers? We have just followers here in the village. I remember. But anyway, um, I had this video a while, and I don't know where it is. Philip was discussing the difference between what you can get for a Trinidad dollar as far as US is concerned, right? For a Trinidadian dollar and what you can get for for a US dollar. I think it was $100 notes, right? And he was saying that if you go to change a US dollar, you will get, just say for example, the bank will give you $6.50, right? One US, you get 650 TT. But if you go back to buy that same US, the bank might charge you $6.75,
Yes.
right? And that is what's called the exchange market.
Forex market.
Yes. So for example, Tommy, if you go on the New York Stock Exchange and you buy a stock for $10, right? your goal is you want that stock to increase in price, right?
This
But
is correct.
however, in order for you to buy that stock, you might have to pay a commission in order to buy that stock,
This is right.
right? So you may have to pay a fee because that is part of the services in order for these companies to survive and so on, right?
Yep.
And it seemed like he was making this relationship that the banks are digging out your eyes with these fees. And there are certain circumstances where they are, but I think the forex market is a market that doesn't sleep. Prices fluctuate from minute to minute, right? And you may pay 675 for a US dollar right now, and a second later, you may have to pay $6.80, right? It all depends on the market. It's like on the stock market. A stock could be $10 right now. Well, the market closed though. But let me just give an example. A stock could be $10 at 10 o'clock in the morning, or when the market opened at 9:30 a.m. in the morning. And by the time 9:35, that stock could be $15. Or as well, it could be $10 when the market opens, and by the time 9:35, that stock is $5. Right? Depends on what's happening in the market. It's all about the market.
That's right.
And the market kind of decides the prices. And of course, the banks and them are going to take advantage of that to make some money. But to me, it's all about the foreign exchange market. No, it's different with respect to the fees that bank can charge you. They can charge you a fee if your account drop below $500, for example, right? If you have a bank account and you hold in some banks, you have $500 or more, there's no monthly fee. Once it drops below 500, you may have to pay a monthly fee. And listen, that's the way the banks make their money. Now, Tommy, you remember back then when if you had to trade a stock, sometimes you used to have to pay 29.95 commission to trade a
That's
stock,
right.
right? Now there are many online places where you could do it for free,
It
right?
changes the online activity changes the entire environment.
Correct is right. Correct is right. That 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 changed the whole environment. Whereas now those big brokerage firms, they can't charge no $29 no more. Maybe they might charge $4.95 now, if they charge at all. You understand? Or they just make it free. And because things change, but they had to make money to survive. It's survival, you know. So I find it was
That's right.
a little disingenuous. That's all. Yeah, Margot, just a little bit, Margot. And of course, when Hailey comes in, he might take it up to take it up to Mars somewhere. Because
Excuse me.
yeah, Hailey does always take things to a different place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So I was talking to Trinidad Margot about the bacchanal between Opinion Box and Philip Edward Alexander in that. You know Opinion Box, right?
Yeah, that's a friend, a good friend.
Right, right. You know what? Let me do it.
Call him,
Yeah, let me call him.
Adrian.
Correct is right. Yeah, let me call him and see if he can pick up the phone. Let me call him. Here we go.
Excuse me.
Adrian,
95.9.
Yeah, you are live on WZYE 95.9 FM. Just so you
Oh
know.
God.
Eh? You hear me?
Yeah, yeah, all right, yeah, yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah, you are live on WZYE 95.9 FM with Professor Watson and Uncle Tommy.
Yeah,
How are you?
yeah, I hear you.
How are you?
Hanging in there, hanging in there.
So we were just talking about Adrian about the situation with respect to your live recently. How has things been since then?
Mhm. Pardon?
We were just talking about the live that you did with regard to your situation and the GoFundMe account that was set up for you back then and the post by Philip Edward Alexander. And we just wanted to know from you, what type
Mhm.
of feedback have you received since you did your live?
You want to know what is the feedback I've received since I did the live?
Well, I think at that point in time, Philip Alexander was also on the live and he said he was going to give you a letter or something, a lawyer letter.
Well, I like I said, I didn't plan to discuss anything because I said what I had to say. Um, I know my integrity is being called into question because a lot of people which are trying to tell me that if I knew that he stole it, or if I know I didn't get 40,000, or let me years ago, I didn't say anything, and I could take the blame for that. I don't believe in UNC and vote. I supported Pep. I supported Pep. Not leaving policies was to end up in any other politician hand, it could better Trinidad and Tobago. I believe that because those were the things I used to think in my head before I even met Philip. So that is where my loyalty to it came. And when I found out, when I was told that was all the money that was raised for me, I believed them. I believed them. I didn't doubt it for a minute. The guy who did everything for me from the fund, TT and everything, he's my friend. I still consider Satish my friend. I still do. Um, what would have happened is I kept it to myself. And when I tried to raise funds to buy books for my sons about 4 months later, um, people confronted me concerning not having money because they was like, how come we raise all this money and you don't have no money? And some of these people were my followers. These is people who still contribute to me even to this day. Just help me, and they couldn't understand how come I didn't have no money. And I was incapable of spending $40,000. Still sick. I couldn't walk. I could barely talk or move around. I was still not being even sure I was okay, putting out my urine, dealing with the waste and all these different things. So she would have paid a portion of the money to my light bill. She'd have paid a portion of the money to the rent. She would have got some groceries and things for me to rally for a little while. She paid for me to get the doctor visit from Dr. Amol Singh at that time because I had no money to go. And it's because I was able to visit him, I was able to get the ability to even start to walk, much less stand again. And that was what that 13 something covered. So I had to raise funds to buy the books for my boys because I didn't have any money. I couldn't work. I was still sick, recovering from COVID, still trying to learn to walk and stand and move around. And even to this day, I'm not fully recovered. I still could barely walk and stand on most days. So I the money was basically that. So when I was confronted by them by asking, well, where the money is, I told them, I said, listen, I don't have that money. And they was like, so what happened to it? I said, well, I was told that this is all I was raised. And they basically started telling me what they raised, what they donated, and stuff like that. And well, some of the other details I don't really want to go into it because certain things I still have to keep to myself because of the scenario. But the point is, it looked like I scammed my followers, and I didn't want to remain in that position to them because these is people who was helping me. So I told them the truth. I told them, I said, listen, I didn't get this money. But based on what they presented, based on what they showed me they give, based on the messages they sent, and I know these people weren't lying because these is people who have helped me before. These is people when I say, hey, I want to raise funds to get a wheelchair for a child or I want to get books. These is people who would jump out money or in some cases buy the wheelchair and send it brand new. So I know they wasn't lying to me. And when I looked at it, when I count up based on what they sent me, I had crossed the amount. One of the people who donated a large sum, well, she's no longer here with us, was actually my good friend who died the other day in the car crash. And she was there when we checked it up and she noticed, well, she was like, listen, this is over the amount that you got. So clearly some money wasn't given to you. And is in that moment, I noticed a lot of people are telling me, well, how come I didn't say something and this and that? But if people, a lot of people don't follow my platform religiously. But if people would pay attention to my platform, if people would go back and look at my platform, they would notice that I haven't been pushing PEP narrative for the last 2 years. Because the minute I found out what was done to me, I lost hope because this was somebody I believed in, just like how PNM people would believe in Patrick Manning and UNC people would believe in Pandey. I believed in him. I thought this was an opportunity for Trinidad to try something different for the first time. And I just ignored whatever thing. And so I believed in him and he disappointed me. So after that, I didn't feel the need to put up his post on my page or share anything he doing. I just back. I stopped going to rallies. I stopped going to events. I stopped going everything. But people wouldn't notice that because I didn't physically come out and say, listen, I gone. But if you look at my platform, you would notice that I scrubbed my platform of everything related to PEP over 2 years ago. It was right after I found out that. And the thing is, it would have never come to the public. I had no intention of ever revealing it. I'm not going to lie to Street 919 followers because I know Street 919 followers is people with sense. Street 919 don't have stupid people, and WZYE followers is not stupid people. They have sense. So I am not going to lie to the public. I genuinely had no intentions of revealing it. But when I saw him put out the post saying that he raised over $40,000 for me, it's like he put it out in the public to make it seem like, listen, I gave him $40,000, which would have now opened back up the exact same kind of worms that I had to explain all them years ago. It come like you're telling the public you hand me $40,000 in my hand, and that's not true. I never got that. I have never seen that. Let me tell you all something. You see, if I had gotten that $45,000, things would have been different for Opinion Box right now. The main thing that is destroying me and making me worse is the lack of being able to afford physical therapy properly for my spine. That is what is my percentage of disability went from 60 to 70. This thing isn't getting better, it's getting worse. And I'm just trying to be there for my sons as much as possible because I could end up losing. There's days I walk into my apartment and my spine, I could lose my ability to even be more.
That's the internet.
Mobile. That is why I was trying to taught me what is going to happen to me. I don't know if I'll ever get better. I don't know. But the thing is, if I had gotten $40,000, I would have been able to keep going to those therapy sessions. The therapy sessions was $500 a session. I only did one, and it's because I did one, I got the ability to walk at Dr. Amol Singh for that. Because if it wasn't for him, I still would have been sitting down in a chair wearing Pampers.
So,
And
Adrian,
because I couldn't complete the therapy with him,
mm,
this is what it had led to. But I'm telling you, that $40,000 would have put a little car on the road, and it would have keep paying me bills and keeping me afloat. I would not be struggling all now. So I never got that money, and I'm not going to lie to the nation about it. Yes, I would admit to a certain point, maybe I went overboard in how I addressed the situation, but I just didn't like the idea that I was being put in a spot to make the public believe that I get $40,000. I never saw that money. I never did.
so Adrian, but since you have made the live, right? Has Philip Alexander reached out to you and explained to you what happened to the money that you did
No,
not get?
he's not gonna reach out to me. He's not that type of person. And a lot of people think that I this started from the live. It didn't start from that, you know. This started from me standing up for Stephon Rees from Synergy Breaking Dawn. What had happened was Philip's son appeared on the morning show, and they addressed him by a different name, which was Joshua Hosstein. When they addressed him by the name, Philip put out a post cussing Synergy Breaking Dawn, Stephon Rees, and CNC3 for addressing his son by the new name his son is going by, which is Joshua Hosstein, and not Joshua Edward Alexander. When I saw what he did, I did a video simply telling him, sir, this is not looking good. You're cussing you're cussing one of the most biggest influence in terms of UNC people that has watched morning shows, the most popular morning show. And if you have to understand, this is the same people you trying to get to vote for you and support Pep. So when you cuss the host, by extension, the fans will feel alienated and they will feel not to support you. And I told him, I said, that is not looking good what you was doing. That was the first live I did. Then he removed the post and I did another live. And the live I did, I was saying that if you know that you're going to say something bad about somebody that would put you in a position where you then have to delete the post or remove the post, don't say anything to begin with. It's making the leader look like he's off the rails or he's not functioning properly. And I think one thing I've always said, if for the people who watch my platform, I've always said that my integrity level is this. I cannot be part of any political organization and see the leader doing something that I don't like to the general public and not say nothing. That has always been me. And I said that from day one. That is why I've never actually chosen a political side. That is why I never wear a Pep orange jersey and get a party card for Pep and be in Pep. I always said that I wanted to remain neutral. That is why I've never actually chosen a side. I supported Pep based on the fact that I believe in the 21 policies. I believe that any political party, it could be a political, and so if you start a party in the morning and you use any one of those 21 policies, something from that 21 policies will make Trinidad a better place. The policies, you don't have to like Mr. Alexander, I know, but anything in that 21 policies is a fix something for the nation. It will make the nation better. It doesn't matter who uses it. You know why no political party will ever use any one of those 21 policies? Because they know that if they use it, he would never stop talking about it. It's the same way as how he did the Diego Martin flyover, and he always mentioned, I did the Diego Martin flyover, I did the Diego Martin flyover. They know that if they was to take, let's just say they were to take the capture hole and release thing from the policy, which is to capture rainwater, clean it up, and then we sure that everybody in the nation get pipe water in the pipe daily. Now, any government could take that, PNM and UNC, and create it. But if they were to do that, you know what you're going to hear? I was the one who came up with the idea, and it's my idea that they do that, and it's mine, and it's mine, and it's mine, and it's mine. So that is why no government would actually take his ideas. And all I was trying to tell him is, sir, the things you're doing, people has been messaging me and asking me, hey, Philip, okay, boy? And I just be like, I don't know. If you people going on the third video, if you watch the first two, you would have noticed where I said, Philip, I think you need to take a little break, reset and start and come again and maybe try to do it different because you're coming off like you like you're off the rails. I wasn't telling him anything bad. It was constructive criticism. But what he decided to do was weaponize the lowest point in my life by saying that when I was suffering coming out of the hospital, he reproached me with it. He said, when I was suffering coming out of the hospital, he did this and he did that for me. But the thing is, it wasn't Philip alone that raised those funds. It was a joint effort between the Opinion Box followers and PP followers on that live night. Because I had a thing I used to do where if I'm on my live used to be the hour before Philip on. So the minute Philip goes live, I used to come off my live and send all my followers over to his live. So that is what we did that night, and it was a team effort to raise the funds. The only thing was, I did not get the full amount that was raised, and I left it alone. And it would have never come up unless he didn't put up the post to reproach me for what I did and said that he raised $40,000 for me. When he said that, I had to clear my name and let the public listen. I never got $40,000, not to this day. And why the live was going on, and I was saying what I was saying, a young lady who was part of PEP, Hadassah, all she did was come into my live and said, hi Opinion Box, I'm to show my love and support. And you know what he did? He put up a post immediately about Hadassah, saying, I remember when Hadassah was suffering and couldn't pay her bills and take care of her family, and I helped she out with the ice cream business, and she was so thankful and stuff. And this is what he does. He helps people from a position, and when he helps you from that position, he puts you in a, after he does that, you must not say anything bad about him, because the minute you say anything bad about it, he weaponizes it. And that is what he did. If you all go into the comment section of that live I did, you would see even down to Andrea Barrett's father is inside of the comment section saying that he's a victim also. Why would Andrea Barrett's father say that? It's because it's some.
So,
and you know what I've been telling everybody? Everybody who wants to come now to tell me what was done to them, to hope that I would pick up their fight or their argument, I'm not picking up anybody fight for them. Whatever issue you have with him, you all have a mouth, you all have a platform, come out and talk about it. This situation with me and him, this is my fight. This is my truth. I never got $40,000 because $40,000 would have taken me and my sons out of the tight spot that we are still currently living in.
So
and
Adrian,
at the end of the day, I apologize to your callers on the show right now who probably watch my platform for whatever content and believe that I have high integrity. I'm human just like anybody, and I would admit that when I found out that something was wrong and I did not get the amount, yes, I did not come forward to the general public with it. I kept it to myself because I wanted to protect the reputation of the political leader, because the party was growing and PEP was going good and we were making traction. And I figured if I brought up something like this, it would just knock what was happening. And like I said, I am a believer of the 21 policies. So I just had hope. I had hope, just like how some people are hoping PNM, how people are hoping UNC. I just had hope. You want to crucify me for having hope of something different?
So Adrian, listen
I've
to this.
done red and yellow for many years.
Adrian,
I've done it for many years.
Adrian.
Yeah, I listen.
No, hold on. Hold on. Give me 5 seconds. Hold on a minute there. Hold on a minute first. Hold right there first. Hold on a minute.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio, WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsh, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. We come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. You can reach us here at 973-868-1444. That's 973-868-1444.
Also at 973-609-6509, 973-609-6509. And that's WhatsApp.
And we have with us online Opinion Box, the young man was famously known, I should put that, as Opinion Box. And we're discussing a situation here with him. And, he's telling us, his side of the story with respect to what happened. So, Adrian, let me ask you a question, right? Does this mean to say that this is the end for you as far as Pep is concerned?
Yeah, because let me tell you something, right? I still stand my ground that 21 policies is amazing. It is if anybody could read the policies and if you could think on a broader spectrum of what could be done for Trinidad and Tobago, 21 policies is like Manning 2020 vision. It's just as good. People say Manning was a visionary with 2020 vision. 21 policies is something that could really make a difference in Trinidad and Tobago if it was implemented by any government. But they would never go near it because of the person who created it. They would never go near it. Don't get me wrong. The man know he politics inside out, but you have to understand the culture and the mindset of the people. You have to understand that the people, a lot of things the people don't understand. A lot of people say they understand politics, but there's a lot of things in politics people don't understand. And when you have people who have been voting one specific way all their life, it is very hard to come and try to convince them that they need to be different or do different when all their life that is what they have known, right? And the thing is, I just decided to. A lot of people don't even know this, right? Up to the point where I got that money, right? I didn't even have an ID card. I didn't even much. That was my first ID card. The first time that I actually voted was local government election gone, and unfortunately the area I was in, I couldn't vote for the party that I wanted to. But that was my first time at the democratic process, and the reason why I had never voted PNM or UNC before, or even bothered to get an ID card, is because when I sit down and I look at the communities in Port of Spain, I grew up in the ghetto. I came from laboring poverty to living in Silots in poverty, to living in St. Paul Street in poverty. I know poverty. I know what it looks like. I know what it feels like. I know what it tastes like. And I know the government that was in charge of it for many years, they don't do anything. Look, just last week we were watching all these videos where these people come into Trinidad and highlighting the gangs and things. And if you take a look at the communities, you're seeing the condition of the communities and you're seeing the children and the people in the community. They want better, but nothing is being given to them. It's not. And I understand that you could vote PNM. And I tell everybody, it's not that I hate PNM, I don't like this version of PNM, this one. You see, if it was Manning or Beckles or somebody else, hell yeah, I would have support PNM right down till I lie down. The Manning and Pandey era was the best of politics in Trinidad and Tobago. But it's something about this PNM that is just feel like they don't care, boy. Like they just don't care. And because of that, I felt like I just couldn't give any side a vote this time around. I just felt like I just wanted to try something different. I would have even tried PDP and all. I would have given Watson Duke a shot. I supported Watson Duke when he clean sweep. When he did the clean sweep in Tobago, I supported him with that. I was like, okay. I say PDP picking up steam. And then when you look so now, PDP come and fall apart. And it's a common denominator with all these political parties. And the leader, ego. All of them are suffering from the same problem. Ego. if they could just put their egos aside and just work about and focus on fixing the country, things could be better. You think I enjoyed watching them 2 YouTube videos and seeing them young men from St. Paul Street and not being able to go anywhere, not being able to well, don't even talk about the one that did the interview in Nelson Street. If you know how sad I felt to see a little boy, 8, 9 years old, saying that he can't go across to the other side of the East Dry River because children his age will beat him up because he don't belong. And I live in a community where my children have never experienced anything like that. They've never experienced anything like that at all. So for people to tell me, hey, you don't like your own, or you don't, I love my own. I am a patriot. I love Trinidad and Tobago. I just tell people Trinidadian people just piss me off, but I love my people. But I don't see my people, and I don't see them. Okay, the concept is this: if you're telling me that we have a black party, why aren't my people at the top? Why we not at the top? Why we in 2024 and Nelson Street and Duncan Street planning's in a mess like that? Why people still living in that condition in the city of Port of Spain? It's not right. It's not right. And when I make noise about these things, people is watch me like oh I bad talking the PNM is I don't care about the PNM, I don't care about the UNC, I care about my people. I don't like seeing the youths like that. I don't like seeing people living in them old rundown apartments. I don't like knowing that the youths, imagine my sons and them have never, ever in life had to point at bullet holes in a wall. I watching this little boy walking and showing the man all the bullet holes in the wall. Why should black people, children need to grow up in environments like that?
But you know, Adrian,
it is not right and slim.
But you know, Adrian.
So when So me choosing Philip was me trying to hopefully having hope that maybe something would be different. And now I end up in this position. And I'll be honest with you, my support more or less I did already pull away from the last 2 years. But I can genuinely say going forward, that is the day for me. I don't think I will ever support any political party anymore. I might just take opinion box in a completely different direction now, right? I know a lot of people depend on my voice to be the voice of reason for certain things and to highlight certain things, but I'm being honest, Anslim, I don't want to do it anymore because it seems like no matter how much I talk, I don't see anything changing. And I don't believe in doing the definition of insanity. I don't believe in doing the same thing over and over and getting the same result. I just don't. So yeah, maybe this is it for me.
So Adrian, what do you say about when we look at David Welch? He left PEP. We watched recently Hadassah, who was, I think she was a deputy political leader.
Lema, nobody stays. Nobody is staying. Nobody is staying. Nobody is staying. And the reason why nobody is staying is not because of the organization, and it's not because of the people in the organization. Is the leader. Is the leader. The thing is, they might be afraid to talk and they don't want to come out and say anything, but I don't have nothing to lose. Even if Philip sue me, I have nothing. I have nothing. Philip, you know what Philip is? You want me to tell you what Philip is punished doing me? You want to know why Philip is suing me? Philip is suing me to silence me. That is why he's doing it. Because Philip knows that a lot of people listen to me. Philip knows that a lot of people follow my platform. And he knows that if I was to weaponize my platform against Pep, real people would listen. Real people. And that was never my intention. I wasn't going after Pep. I had no issue with Pep. I was just trying to tell Philip, listen, you're coming off kind of crazy. People wondering what's going on with you. Why you acting so erratic? Why you vexed with the world? And that is the problem everybody has. I was never internal Pep. So I can't speak for what goes on inside because I wasn't never inside. But when people come out and they talk behind closed doors and in WhatsApp rooms, the common denominator is always him. It's always him. It's always him.
Well, Adrian, I have said here we have a few people who are supporters of Pep here. We have many different people.
Mhm.
They support PNM, they support UNC, they support TPP, they support PDP, they support all different parties. Our platform is a platform where many people from different parties can come on and we treat them with respect. For example, we have a gentleman by the name of Hailey. He's a Pep supporter. We have Margot. Margot is a Pep supporter. And I told them that when I see a leader coming out with a campaign that Philip will fix it, that to me is a good idea, but that's a selfish
Mm.
idea. That's a selfish idea. You understand?
Mhm.
Because it's not Pep will fix it, it's Philip will fix it. So if Philip is not there, Pep cannot fix it.
Mhm.
You know? TPP.
Mhm.
Yeah, JB. Yeah, JB. TPP. My bad. TPP.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and the thing is, that's not true because there's a lot of capable people in Pep. A lot of capable people who could hit the ground and do certain things. But like with me, I know that if I had committed fully to Pep, and I might have ended up committing fully to Pep if I didn't get sick. Because I used to go all the rallies, I used to be out there with the candlelight and stuff. I was getting pulting more. So I might have probably end up fully Pep unless I got sick or until I got sick. Pep might have been the first political party that ever got my allegiance. You think I don't know that PNM would love to have opinion box as a mouthpiece for them? An intelligent black man who understand politics and understand the nation and genuinely loves the people of the country.
Adrian,
I know
Adrian,
PNM would love that for me, but
Adrian,
Mhm.
Adrian. I don't know if you could pull that type of rare tricks that them our PNM activists just put out, Them just put out not rare trick, It's rare tricks. I don't know if you
No,
I don't know
yeah,
if
well, that's the thing. You see, the reason why I wouldn't be able to be a PNM person is because there's certain things I'll see that I don't like, and I'll talk about it. You see, if people look at my platform properly, you know what they would notice I just do? You see, when PNM does something good, I do commend them for it. And when they do something stupid, I talk about it. When UNC does something good, I commend them about it. And when they do something stupid, I talk about it. So I think what went on with Philip here is Philip didn't think that I would have gone at him. I think Philip thought that I would just be on everybody else and never on him.
you
But
know
if I am seeing you doing certain things, and I told him that from the first day I met him, the first day I met him, I said, let me tell you something. I said, my integrity is not for sale. I say, if I see you doing something that I don't like and you're my political leader, I'm going to tell you I don't like it. I'm going to tell you that.
but
And it's not because I don't care, it's because I actually care about you and what you stand for.
but Adrian,
And if I am, if I, mhm,
you know something? When I saw
mhm,
Philip Alexander post and saying that he gave you $40,000, you know, I'm not.
mm,
I'm saying in the back of my head, what boy? Adrian get a good cock of that, boy. That's why I
yeah,
say, I said
never,
Adrian get a
never.
real good cock of that,
And the
boy.
thing is, Anslim, you don't know me from a political level. You know me on a personal level.
Correct.
You know me on a personal level. You know my
Yeah.
children. And that is why even in the live video when I made it, I said the first person who donated to my fund me TT was Anselm LeBron and Diana Ben Skin. Those were the first two donations. I wasn't lying. You all were the first two
Yeah.
that donated to the GoFundMe. And the GoFundMe never reached its max goal to this day. The GoFundMe stopped at 9,500. It never reached the 15,000. It never reached it.
And
And
that,
the thing is,
that was 9,000 US.
when that was going,
That was
huh?
9,000 US. 9,000 US.
No, 9,000
Oh,
TT.
9,000 TT.
US,
Okay.
I wish. I wish it was 9,000. I wish.
Okay.
That's
Okay.
TT. It never got to that. So between what was given, so that is why I could say I didn't get our money, and I have no reason to lie on that. That is why I swear on the Bible, I swear on my children, I swear on my dead mom, because those things I swear on was the most important things in my life. I don't have anything else. I don't have money. I don't have I how happy I am in certain cases. And So they think that, okay, then opinion box are everything made in life. No, there is a lot of sacrifice and planning and doing certain things behind the scenes just for me to make it through the day with my boys. And I thank God every day that He gave me 2 sons. And I thank God every day that He created a platform that was a platform that my platform pulled in so many good people that I can't fall flat on my face. My platform is loved by PNM people, by UNC people, by PEP people, and it's also hated by PNM people, UNC people, and PEP people. But the nice thing is this: if you come on my platform, you could challenge me on anything, as long as you don't get disrespectful.
Right, correct.
So my platform, PNM people could come and criticize me and say, "Boy, we don't like Philip." I'll be like, "Okay, you don't have to like the guy, but did you watch 21 Policies?" That's why I always stand my ground on. It is the same way I could say, "Okay, here is the scene. I don't like Keith Rowley as Prime Minister at all. But here is the scene. If Beckles day in the morning, I would say, that's who Manning wanted next, I
But
wonder what
Adrian,
she go do, boy.
let me ask you this question.
And I might.
Let me ask you this question. Do you think that Philip has put himself in the political cemetery? And here's why I asked you that question. Because a few weeks ago, Philip was cussing UNC and NTA and saying he will do anything to put the PNM in power.
He would never join up with them.
Yeah.
He would, and let me tell you something.
Yeah.
That was the nail in the coffin for a lot of PEP supporters. I'm not asking you, I'm telling you.
Okay.
If I was to post these screenshots of conversations that people message me about when he made the announcement, he himself might be shocked.
Okay.
A lot of them gave up when they saw that. A lot of them lost hope. They didn't want a merger, period. They don't. A lot of people don't want that merger in PEP. They don't. It's not if or but so maybe they don't want it. They don't. I too felt the same way. You want me to tell you why I felt the same way? Because I believe I'm a type of person. I believe in stick to your guns. Stick to your guns. Go right down till you lie down. If you say you're not joining nobody, you're not joining nobody. Win, lose, or draw. Because at the end of the day, that shows integrity. That shows that listen, you're willing to do what is necessary. But when you say, listen, you willing to join or sleep with the devil just to get the PNM out. When you say things like that, it don't come off good. It don't come off good. I am not saying that the PNM is not doing a lot of nonsense. I will be crazy to say that. Anytime I can see 8 or 9 people dying in a night and getting the place in a mess. But at the same time, you have to give people hope. You have to show people why you are different. And the thing I've always said, and I'm going to say it again, is this. You can't, I just tell people, you know what makes PNM real good? This is what makes PNM real good. PNM does Vaseline you real good. Just rub you down with that good Vaseline. That good, we love you, so we take it, the Vaseline you down. And then they beat you with a 2x4. Property tax, current raise, no jobs, barely raise minimum wage. They beat you with a 2x4. But it does seem like you're getting bad licks because they grease you up first. And the nation get used to being greased up first and then getting the licks after that. So when you come now to be the new kid on the block, and your strategy is here, well, I'm not going to grease them at all. I just going to beat them. PNM bad, PNM this, PNM that. And then PNM UNC followers is this, and UNC followers is that. And then them is the same people you hoping would turn around and dip the finger for you. Trinis are very funny people, Cussing Trinidadian people and disrespecting them is a no-no. Trinis just take that real personal. Me asking you, telling you, especially from political leaders, they just take it differently. It has certain things that Keith Rowley said that Keith Rowley could never walk back, Trinidadians with all that line, groom a woman like a golf course. You feel Trinidadians will ever forget that? Never. It has certain things you can't get away with from politicians, and that is disrespect. And what goes on with Pep leader the most? He's buff everybody, especially when things don't go his way. He's buff here. I have a friend. Who said she was in love with Pep, love Philip. And she said, you know what turned out from Philip? Every election that he lost, he came out and he attacked the public. He said, all this stupid and all this for PNM and nothing. And she said that turned her off of him. Because she was like, it's not we fault. It's not people make up their mind to vote who they feel comfortable with. So you have to work extra hard to sway the minds of the people. You have to show people why you is a good choice. You know what Keith did? Keith did what he had to do and show the nation, listen, I would be a good choice over Manning and whatever. And what did they do? They abandoned Manning and they put him. Now, when they did it, a lot of them thought that here was the scene. Keith was going to make everything hunky-dory for them. But it didn't go like that. So a lot of them now are feeling like, listen, we bunks weird with Keith. Right? It have a lot of people who wish Beckles could take over the election, this election. I don't know if Keith is gonna go back for our next 5.
Nah, he going back.
But I being honest with you.
He going back.
He going back, well,
Yeah,
right.
he going back.
And I just tell people I don't feel, just the other day I made a joke. I told people I say I go in and learn how to make balize broth, which is you get some gravel stone, you wash it off, you put it in a pot of water, and you throw some balize in it and you mix it and you learn to drink that because the stones will teach you how to get ready for hard times on that kid. If kid doing an X5. Right?
Correct,
and I make that joke because I just believe that listen, under him, Trinis, I not seen Afro Trinidadians making it. I just not seen it. Some might be lucky and slip through the crack, but the majority. When I go through Port of Spain, I just see it. People just look. You know what, Trinidadians people. When you look at Trinidadians, most okay. You know why Trinidadians does party and drink so much? Is because they're stressed out. You know, most of them stressed out. When you look at the education system, you see it has certain schools I just go in weekly. And when you see the children and them, they don't care. And you watching it like, why they don't care? I have a friend, she's a teacher, and she's telling me topics about what the classes say, and the class already made up their mind that they don't care. Trinidad are nothing for them. They just going through life wherever they fit in, they fit in. And it's sad, but it's a harsh reality to many people. And let me tell you something that I've noticed since I came on TikTok. TikTok opened me up to how amazing Trinidadian people is. We have so many amazing young black entrepreneurs coming up now. If you sit down and go through TikTok, young people striving to do business, young black people, they're striving to do business more than anything else. And I'm thinking like, why the government not hunting down these young entrepreneurs and pushing them? Because these young black children have so much great ideas. Who selling ice cream, who doing cake, who doing food, who building house, who doing AC. And they're advertising their business.
Adrian,
and I say in my head,
they don't have no interest in that. What they have interest in is killing Trinidad music. But Adrian, we have a next interview coming up. I want to say thank you so much, man, for joining us. Any closing words before you go?
Yeah, and thanks. Well, I don't know if this is going through Street 919, but big up Street 19 people too. I know not all of them like open their box, but big up them too.
Yeah, man. Thanks a lot, eh?
Yeah, bro. You stay good and stay safe.
Yeah, bless. Right. Yeah.
Good night.
So there we have it, man. The man getting his opinion. Tommy, I don't know what it is. This mean Wall Street. He gave you a what? Something to. You see that question there, Tommy?
Yes.
What mean Gene mean there?
I'm not clear. He gave you. Will he give you a charcoal to Asia's question.
I don't know what that is. You know what you mean by that?
No, I'm a little lost.
Yeah, yeah. Eugene, could you clarify that? JB Harper said I've been to every constituency in Trinidad and Tobago. Every single constituency wants Penny as its next prime minister. Tommy,
What do you think of that?
Tommy, 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 you too right, you know. You too right, you know. You catch me, you catch me half the way through me asking you what you think about. Tommy, Tommy is our boss. He's our boss. He's our
No,
boss.
no,
I
no, no, no.
no, yes,
No,
I don't get. Tommy, 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 accept the question before it even come out, man. I go and ask Tommy, what is your opinion on that? Tommy said, what do you think about that? Well, you know what I'm going to say, Tommy? I'm going to say that, in my estimation, no, here comes Rishi. Wall Street, who you want to be the next PM? Let me answer this question first. And then, Tommy, I want you to address it.
yes.
JB Harper says, I've been to every constituency in Trinidad and Tobago. Every single constituency wants Penny as the next prime minister. Right? Here's my take on that. In my estimation, the opportunity for Penny to have been considered the next political leader of the PNM, that ship has set sail. Why do I say that? That opportunity was in the last internal election for Penny to contest against Dr. Keith Christopher Rowley, to put herself in position to be the next political leader, whether she's endorsed by Dr. Rowley or not. Because what that would have shown, just as Dr. Rowley did when he went up against Manning, right? And eventually he became the political leader of the People's National Movement. That would have put Penelope Beckers in good stead to be the next political leader of the PNM, to show that she had the gumption, the tenacity to go against Dr. Rowley in an internal election. And she decided against it. And in my estimation, she have lost the opportunity, a great opportunity, to be the next political leader of the People's National Movement. That's my opinion. What do you say, Tommy?
I think she needed to really show that she was fearless. Showing cowardice has put her in a bad place, that she's going to be in a really tough position trying to dig herself out of that at this point.
Yeah, I find she put herself in a...
However, there was an opportunity there for her that was lost.
So that is a kind of around the Balizia house agreement with me.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I just feel that, there comes a point in time where you have to at least kind of didn't Rudal Munilal contest Kamala Possessor at one time for the political leader?
This is correct.
All right. And I just thought that because the last time Penny contested against Dr. Rowley, she was sent to Siberia.
She was banished. Banished to New York City.
Sent to me. Sent. She was sent.
But I believe she would have made a more compassionate leader of the PNM if she did get the leadership or get in that position of leadership.
Yeah, I just feel that that would have shown that the kind of, because perception is reality, you know, the kind of perception that she would have shown. And you know, man, that's why I'm disappointed. I am disappointed in my friend Karen Nunes Teixeira that she jumped ship and went to Hope. Because I feel that, and this is why I supported Karen, you know, I felt Karen had the tenacity, the intelligence, put that aside. But I felt she had the tenacity as a female to be the first female political leader of the People's National Movement.
In my opinion, I think it became hopeless for her based on all the smear campaign that was conducted against her.
Yeah, but I would have still stayed for her. I would have, if her, I would have stayed in the PNM and fight eventually. Because, you know, at the end of the day, Karen finished in second place, you know. Right? She finished in second place. That ain't bad. I mean, she was beaten, but she finished in second place. And in my opinion, I don't see who else as a female currently in the PNM that have that tenacity and grit to stand up, right? Because I have to be honest with you, a lot of people don't like Kamala Prasad, but Kamala had the tenacity and grit, you know. And
Yes, she's bold.
when she come out fighting, she just come out fighting. You understand? You can say what you want to know. When she come out fighting, she just fight. Fight. You understand? And you may ostracize her, you may criticize her, you know, but she just come. Yeah, Sheen, and that is what I liked about Karen. To me, Karen had the tenacity. I mean, we already know she could handle the economics and the intelligence. She was already Minister of Finance. You understand? You don't get them positions so easy under Patrick Manning.
There's
Yeah?
there's no question about Karen's ability.
None.
There's no question about her ability.
Yeah.
Except that the smearing that took place, it took a toll on her.
Yeah, but you see, Tommy, when Dr. Rowley leaves, it could be an infighting for who will be the next political leader of the PNM. All right. Let me get to Richie question before we go too far. Wall Street, who you want to be the TNT's next PM? You know, Richie, that's a very, very difficult question. You know what I'm saying? Because let me tell you why that is. In the next general election, the 2 seats in Tobago can decide who the next prime minister is going to be. And it mightn't be the UNC or the PNM. It could be the TPP. By the way, folks, I got a note from Trevor James telling me he was in an executive council meeting and he's running a little late. Okay? So I got a note from Trevor James telling me that he was in an executive council meeting. I guess it's a TPP meeting, I think. And he's running a little late. Right? So, yeah, I just feel, Tommy, that question, I can't answer that question. And the reason why I can't answer that question is because it's not just a fight between Kamala Prasad Bissessa and Dr. Keith Rowley. Because if TPP was supposed to win the 2 seats in Tobago, all hell break loose. Right? They now have the bargaining chips. Right? They have, and I hope, and you know them fellas them go play chess. Them fellas them go be playing chess. So Richie, that's very difficult to answer. You know, I know you're trying to pin me down, but you know, I can't answer that specific. I could give you an example of what can happen, which can change the whole dynamics, right? Trinidad Margot says she was put in punishment. She'll be ostracized by the inner circle. Eh? Wall Street, who will you want to win next election if you had a choice? Will you want UNC Kamala or PNM Rowley? Answer. Richie, you know I just answer questions. Richie, hear what I've said, and I'm going to still say that. I am going to look at the policies. Now, I have to tell you, I can't support this RPNM government. If it's Dr. Rowley going back up, I can't support them. I'm being honest with you. I cannot support the RPNM under Prime Minister Rowley. You understand? So there's the possibilities that I want to see the policies, the manifesto of the UNC. And if there are issues facing the people that look like me are in there and Rishi, there are policies with respect to the diaspora. Let me repeat that. There are policy issues with respect to the diaspora. Then it's a horse of a different course. Yeah? So there you go. I hope I answered your question, Rishi. I know I didn't, but you go come with the next question. Hailey, Tommy, you know what I'm shocked about Hailey? I hear Hailey say nothing about what was said about his leader. He's silent like 25 singing canaries that had Novocaine in their gums.
Yeah, because the integrity of his leader now has been compromised.
Calling to question. Has been compromised fully. 100% fully compromised, Hailey. You see, Hailey, that's what I tell you. Philip will fix it. Yeah. The
He
reason
needs to
Keith
be
Rowley is
fixed.
going back.
He needs to be fixed.
Eh?
I said he needs to be fixed.
Tommy, you know Hailey go after you for saying that. You know
No,
that,
I,
eh? You
call,
know
I,
that.
call it as I see it.
Okay. All right.
But
Darren says the
we
reason.
always question the fact that his ego was larger than the party.
Oh, Tommy. We always question that. We have always questioned that. And you know the thing about it, Tommy, is that I have a few very intelligent friends. Very intelligent. And they tell me, boy, Wall Street, boy, we like Philip ideas, boy. Philip is be supporting Pep, be supporting Philip. I say, boss, all you, the message is splendiferous, fantabulous, but the messenger, he shouldn't be the messenger. And he shouldn't be the political leader. He shouldn't be the political leader. I said, no, but he this, that, and that. You know what is it, Tommy? The something is coming home to roost.
Chickens.
What is it? The chickens are coming home to roost. Oh God.
If it walks like a duck and it quacks like a duck, it's obviously.
You remember? Who said this, boy? Was it Barack Obama? Who said if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig? Who said that? You remember that?
Not sure. It could be Obama. Yeah.
Let me see who said that. I want to see who said that. Hold on, eh? Let me see who said that. That was let me see. Who said if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig? Who said if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig? Let me see. So somebody said if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig. Who said that? Or something similar to that. Let's see. We wait for that to come up. All right, we wait for that to come up. Okay, all right. So the phrase "if you put lipstick on a pig, it's still a pig" has been used by various political figures over the years. It gained notable attention when Barack Obama used it during a campaign event in 2008. However, the expression itself is much older and has been attributed to various sources. One notable use was by former Texas Governor Ann Richards, who said, "Well, you can put lipstick on a hug and call it Monique, but it's still a pig," at the Democratic National Convention in the summer of 1992. The phrase essentially means that trying to make something unappealing appears attractive doesn't change its underlying nature. So me, I like that one even better.
True.
You could put lipstick on a pig and call it Monique, but it's still a pig. There we go.
That's right.
There we go. Yeah. All right. So Darren said the reason Keith Rowley is going back is because they think he has a better chance of defeating Kamala now more than ever. The people have a huge choice to make. You know, but Darren, this is the question I don't understand. This is the thing I don't understand, right? Most of the PNM activists, right, saying that Kamala is weak, she can't do this, and she can't do that, but they want she to go. Tommy, I am thinking, if you think your opponent is weak, what you want them to do?
Stay right there.
I want you to stay right there. If West Indies playing Nigerian cricket, right? you don't want Nigeria not to, you want Nigeria to stay in Nigeria don't play cricket, so we go beat them. Eh? I want Nigeria to stay there, but I don't want because we could easily beat them. So I don't understand that. I don't understand that. If you weak, leave them there, leave her there. And they say, "Oh God, she lost so much election. Well, leave she there. Gonna be easy for her to beat she." Why they want to get you out so bad? So bad.
Doesn't
I don't
add
know.
up. It
All
does
right.
not add up.
It ain't adding up. JB Harper said Penelope Beckers have an excellent chance to win with a general election with a special majority. She would have done what Rowley can't do, win in a UNC heartland. All right, JB. All right. JB. JB. All right. Troy Smith says, Ansel and Penelope Beckers just sit back and watch the wrongdoings of the RPM and she says nothing. She's a bad apple, so she can never be a peer. Oh God, Troy. Oh God, Troy. Troy a dagger day, boy.
Well, if you don't stand for something, you fall for anything.
Yeah. You have to have a little gumption sometime. You
Absolutely.
have to
You
have a
have to have
you have to have a little oomph.
a little
You know?
spine.
Yeah, a little. You have to, you can't be like a platypus. You understand? No, you
Spineless.
can't be like a platypus or an invertebrate. You know what I mean? You have to have a little sometime. Make it feel now, JB. JB, you're no talking. You're no talking, JB. JB, you're no talking. Yeah? You're no talking, JB. Yeah? Remember I coined them a transformational leader. You're no talking.
That's what we need.
JB, you're no talking. You see? There's a big difference between the two, JB. One have testicular fortitude to take on the prime minister. And you have shown it. He ain't gonna sit down and lie and take anything. You understand? He ain't taking that. Take him more head on. Right? Trinidad Margo say, I hope they win those seats. Tommy, 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 where ideas come out from sometimes. Seriously, where it is? Yeah, look what you said it.
Let's say you have nobody who you want to be PM, right?
Yeah. What? All right, I did 10% idea. I will leave him out. I 10% idea. I will leave that alone. Yeah. It will be TPP 2, UNC 20, PNM 19. Yeah. You hear that? But JB, we have to figure out what we go do with Watson Duke. You understand, Tommy?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. She agrees.
I think TPP will win both East and West.
Yeah. I want to agree with that, but I'm saying that it's not going to be an easy fight if Watson Duke is on the other side, taking away votes from the TPP. Because I think Watson Duke
Yeah,
would.
because TPP and PDP fighting for a seat can open up for the PNM.
Correct is right. Correct is right. 100%.
In that
So,
event, it will be 2020 and one.
well, that's two. But that still holds the cards, Tommy. You know that one?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. Eiley says UNC have no policies. Eiley, how you know that? They must have a manifesto. And they had a manifesto last election too. Just like the PNM. All
Do
right.
people really read those manifestos?
Do people read it? Um, no.
So it's a
A lot
money waste of time.
no, well, let me no Tommy. I don't think it's a waste of time, man. Here's why it's not a waste of time. There are those in the party who will vote for the PNM and the UNC regardless. And there are the swing voters who looks at the party policies and see how the party policies fit with their thinking. And if those people, depend on the party, fit their thinking, like for example, as I said, I am looking to see that the UNC have something about the diaspora, right? I want to see something about the poverty line in Trinidad and Tobago. These are bread and butter issues, you know, and these are issues local and global. Global is us here in the diaspora. What about us? We are left out of politics in Trinidad and Tobago because the first thing that I say, we already don't live here, or they live over there, or they stay over there now, say any white man country. That is what they say. Or they leave here when only was 17, 18, or they run to the white man country. Or they stay up there. Tommy, you just say that all the time.
Mm.
Yeah? And then ask we how we left, you know. Them don't care how we left, you know. All they know that we left. And even though we left because our parents took us and we had no choice. Because, all right, Tommy, you're 17, 18, your parents come and listen. I have a visa for all of you guys to go to America, you know. They go say, well, mom or dad, I feel like going, you know. I go stay here by myself. Uh-huh. Yeah. Your mother and your father tell you something and you obey and you go.
Especially if you're underage and you can't make decisions for yourself.
Correct is right. We
I
had
mean,
no choice.
you could attempt to, but they're in charge.
Yeah, my mother would have come to Trinidad and boy, she'd have
Yeah,
packed me on in, put me in the suit in the grip. She'd have put me in the grip and put me on the plane.
that's right. When she done with you, you quick to board the plane.
Oh, I boarded the plane backwards. And
Yeah.
and Tommy, that plane might have been BOAC back then. Eh?
USC, USC is
Yeah,
if you're going to England.
yeah. But I might have been going to England. I might have been going and transferring.
Because in my time it was Pan Am.
Yeah,
Got
but
on
I
a-
think
I got on
yeah,
a Pan American jet and touched down at JFK.
yeah. Richie says, I respect you. There. I believe you stand for what you say. Richie, if it's one thing, one thing I just tell people, you see me, I take a stand and I stand in for that regardless. Let me say this. I took a stand for a building in Chumaka, Clavantil against the RPNM. I get more licks than an old donkey. More licks. But it didn't matter. Martin Luther King says, your life ends, right, the day you remain silent about things that matter. Let me repeat that. Martin Luther King said, your life ends the day you remain silent about things that matter. When I started to fight for that building, not, let me repeat it, and I'd save it here, I'd save it just for when that happened. Not one, let me repeat that. Let me even get worse than that. Not half of one PNM activist stood with me for them to renovate this building. You know what they said? Wall Street was building in his name. He was, why? He don't like the PNM. He hate Dr. Rowley because they won't give him that building. No, this is not my building. This is in my community. This building face the building I grew up in. This is building 2. I grew up in building 1. And most of the people who live in this building here, I grew up with them. Some of them migrated, and some of them were still living in that building when it burned down in 2011. Or you see it? They started to renovate it. And I have other pictures now. If you see how nice it's looking now. Not one RPNM activist stood with me. And I was doing that from the United States of America. And you know what? Eventually, they're renovating the building, and I will show you it. They're renovating the building, and it's looking nice. Nice. Me ain't living there. Me ain't gonna live there. But I stood for something. I stood for something. And they don't like me for that. But that is what you see. Only remember that article recently, Tommy. Tommy, remember that article recently talk about crooks and mooks?
That's right.
And the banker said, right, that he rather deal with the crook
Crooks.
than to deal with the mook.
That's right.
And you know what you were saying, Tommy? I know you know what you were saying, Tommy.
Absolutely.
I want you to explain to them, Tommy, what you think he was saying.
A mook would do foolishness. A crook, you know exactly what they're going to do. So you know exactly how to operate with them. It's who puts you in a better position, a crook or a mook. You are in a much better position with the crook than with the mook.
And to add a little bit to that, Tommy, a crook will stab you in your back. A mook, what you see is what you get. A crook No. My bad. A muck will stab you in your back. Tell you good things in your face and stab you in your back. Make your promises and never fulfill those promises. But a crook, what you see is what you get.
So you know exactly how to operate.
You know exactly how to operate. You know what the deal is. Here is the deal. I'm telling you what it is. Not being from a crook perspective, but what you see is what you get. But a muck, you don't know. A muck will tell you one thing and stab you in the back, talk to you nice in your face, and as soon as they turn around, it's a different story. Yeah? Heidi say, God is my leader. Darren said about Wall Street, the UN manifesto is up on their website. No, I've seen the UNC manifesto. I've seen it. Rishi says, guess I had you wrong when I thought you were a party type of person, but I was wrong. A party type of person. Party. Rishi.
Rishi has to learn that
Rishi.
once you leave Trinidad, you become objective in your thinking.
Global and objective. You understand? Ali says, so Biden basically still a racist and hate black people, but answer me, vote for him. I guess pigs on you. Eh? Tommy, I, I wonder if Hailey will be typing them thing or yeah, somebody typing it for him. I feel Hailey have a secretary and you just tell the person to type and they just mistype. I don't know. I just feel so highly. Seriously. Richie said, well, she didn't nail on the head tonight. Take a clap. Yeah, I got enough clap. Richie. All right. So Hailey says, so Choice Mrs. Hailey, you don't care because you could hop a plane and say bye-bye. We have two options. It's PNM or UNC. And it's that. You hear that, Hailey? You hear that? Yeah. JS says, good night, Wall Street. That is real sense you make when you say if Kamala was weak, then you'll want her to stay right there and not try to get rid of her. Yeah. I mean, I telling all you, I just run track and feel it. All you know that by now, eh? If I have weak opponents, what do you think I want to do? I want them in the race. I don't want them out of the race, Tommy. Because I know they're weak. I want them to.
You know you're gonna beat them.
I know I'm gonna beat them. I want them to stay in the race. If you weak, I want you in the. Let me say it. All right. So if we go into a championship and say there is 10 people in the final, right? And it's me and 9 other weak people. I want all of them in the race. Me want no strong person in the race who could beat me. Why? And me fighting for them not to be in the race, I want them to stay in the race. Because I know I go beat them. Let's stay. Stay. I want to get rid of you. So, but Tommy, if I want to get rid of you, that means it's something else. You are scared of something.
That means I'm uncertain about your strength.
Correct is right. You're not sure about your strength. So the weak person, right? The person you calling weak, you trying to get rid of them. But they're weak. Oh God, make it make sense now, man. You know what that is, Tommy? That is dumb sense. That's what you call dumb sense.
Or playing smart with foolishness. You're playing smart with foolishness.
Another one too. Dumb sense. Yeah? So folks, it's in the village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you. We're going to go for a quick break. Stick and stay. Don't forget, folks, share the live. WZYE 95.9 FM on Facebook, WZYE TV on YouTube, and WZYE 95.9 FM on Twitter, better known as X. Share the live. Don't forget, you can send your voice notes or call on WhatsApp at 973-868-1444. 973-868-1444.
973-609-6509. 973-609-6509.
Folks, we'll be right back. Stick and stay. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey, the most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
I think there are two ways in which people are controlled. First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralize them. An educated, healthy, and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy, and confident because they would get out of control. The top 1% of the world's population own 80% of the world's wealth. It's incredible that people put up with it, but they're poor, they're demoralized, they're frightened, and therefore they think perhaps the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best. I think there are two ways in which people are controlled. First of all, frighten people, and secondly, demoralize them. An educated, healthy, and confident nation is harder to govern. And I think there's an element in the thinking of some people. We don't want people to be educated, healthy, and confident because they would get out of control. The top 1% of the world's population own 80% of the world's wealth. It's incredible that people put up with it, but they're poor, they're demoralized, they're frightened, and therefore they think perhaps the safest thing to do is take orders and hope for the best.
She's going to be singing Plight of My People. Make some noise for Lady Gypsy.
No plight of my people. Too much a one thing good for nothing. Too much a good thing never enough. I don't know why my black people cannot see. No party never care about we. Every election we so devoted. How we love up we PNM. As soon as election come and go, it's only problem after problem. How could we cope? Man lost the hope. I ain't seeing no solution. Every time PNM come in power, it takes a toll on black man. I don't want to sound like a racist, but this is what I can see. They just take care of the race, but they damn well know they have we. I want to ring my bell, wake up Eric Williams. Tell him the party found him PNM needed immediate attention. Ring my bell, wake up Mother Cornhucks. Tell she to cast a spell on we party, not what it used to be. I ring my bell, I ring my bell down there.
On the news each day, human lives are blown away. Mothers and fathers crying, burying their dead and dying. How many more, I hear them say? Death is the highest price. Death is the total sacrifice. Yep, brothers rather commit suicide than continue with apartheid. I just beg me, Father, each day. Tell me, Father, tell me, how many more must die? How many more? How many more must die? How many more? How many more must die? South Africa free, Mr. Botha. How many more must die? How many more, Mistress Thatcher? How many more must die? How many more, Mr. Reagan? How many more must die for their dignity? Well, how many more before you set South Africa free? Demand, I quote, is simply one man, one vote. But this was Mr. Botha's answer. Bullets, tear gas, and murder. Every day is a massacre. Then he publicly stated his view. He said, black people like me and you will always be dominated and forcibly subjugated, and will have no say in South Africa. Help we, Father, help we. How many more must die? How many more? How many more must die? How many more? How many more must die for their liberty? Well, how many more before they set South Africa free? Mr. Botha, how many more must die? How many more? How many more must die? How many more? How many more must die for their dignity? Well, how many more before you set South Africa free, Mistress Thatcher? Today is just a short fuse away from a total confrontation between the black and white man. We want with freedom, the people say. They have made it very plain. No more turning back again. Freedom is the only answer. No compromise, no surrender. Lord, I see it dead in South Africa. Help we, Father, help we. How many more must die? How many more? How many more must die? How many more? How many more must die for their liberty? Lord, how many more before you set South Africa free, Mr. Botha? How many more must die? How many more? How many more must die? How many more? How many more must die for their liberty? Lord, how many more before you set South Africa free, Mistress Thatcher?
And of course, we are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Washington U, on WZYE 95.9 FM. Of course, we come to you every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. That's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 7 to 10 p.m. Tommy, you know why I play that song, right? Mr. Florida, welcome.
Hey, good night, Mr. Handsome. Good night, Mr. Tommy. Great program. You know, I look on a little late, but I'm listening. I go watch you run later, so I'll get to see all. So Mr. Handsome and Mr. Tommy, I have a little question for you, right? Do you think people in Trinidad really want change?
Tommy.
Mr. Handsome and Mr. Tommy, either yes or no. Do you think they need change?
I believe people do want change.
All right, so let me pose this question, right? Everybody just say the 1% is the problem, that the guns coming, because we know there is the wealthiest in the country, right? But now we have a man like Philip Alexander, who also classed as a 1%, exposing them, going by the port, doing this. The only person who could expose the 1% is a 1%er. Just like the only person who could make a party call election and destroy a leader is an ex minister from the party, but Rowdy did money. So now they destroy Philip now. Everybody has something to say about Philip. The message, so they kill him politically now. So there is no more 1%er going to fight and show the 1%ers. There's one person who, an ex 1%er that's beyond calling in the program, and that's going to say fish. You know what I'm talking about? We'll never say nothing bad about the 1% or the party in power right now. You understand what I'm saying, Mr. Anson?
But Mr. Florida, I think that Philip killed himself politically.
Politically.
Yeah, listen.
Politically, he killed himself. I agree with you.
I have said, Philip have good ideas. I have said that. Make no qualms about that. But I've also said, the messenger is not the one to carry Philip ideas, and Philip is the messenger. Philip.
Well,
I just feel that Philip comes with a lot of baggage. That is my estimation. He comes with a lot of baggage, but he has great ideas. But not the person to implement those ideas. Because, if, for example, Philip will fix it to me, sends a bad message.
Well, I agree with you with that. But as an activist, I wouldn't try to destroy him as an activist. You know what I'm saying?
Activists and political leaders, two different things. He's a political leader.
Yeah, so
he's the leader of a political party.
Politically, he did his own grave. But as an activist, I will, because the only
absolutely.
the 1%, the 1% could was the.
Go ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Only a 1.
All right, that's the
internet. But Mr. Florida,
go ahead, Tommy.
An overinflated ego is quite a problem. As a matter of fact, an overinflated ego can lead to dictatorship. What say you?
Well, Mr. Tommy, look at El Salvador. Who's the leader of El Salvador? What was his past record? He was a how to say it? I don't want to say what I don't want to say, but we know where he was before. Just like the leader for Colombia now, and they're making a change. So you don't have to be a degree, and you don't have to be. Those fellas were dictators, but they come now and take over country, and El Salvador is one of the safest places right now in the world. So this is what I'm saying.
Right, but their policies are about the people, and the bad people, they're getting rid of the bad people. The bad people, they're not giving contracts to gang members as a government.
Right. So this is in my next point now. Same thing with Gary Griffith. For the past 20 years, Gary Griffith was the only police commissioner who went and got 1% with drugs. And the person was related to somebody who in government right now. But then when they take him out now, nobody else is standing up for that and say we want him and keep him here. So for me, Mr. Anselm, I agree with your points and Mr. Tommy points. Well, I have a lot of good points, but I feel people in Trinidad and Tobago don't want change because they're standing up for nothing. People who making a difference, who in the last 20 years went and arrest all our drugs and guns house. Big house, big money people, 1% does. And they related to our so-called minister. Nobody, only Gary did it, but nobody is stand up for it. So I believe, to me, people really don't want change. People like the bacanalis. You see, when they could come and and have a narrative and a bacchanal. That is what people like. Well, look on and understand, guys. Great conversation, and you guys doing a great job as always.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah. Tommy, why I ask myself that question? Because I look at my community, Tommy. I look at Lavantil East and Mova Lavantil East and Lavantil West. Those two communities are two of the most dilapidated communities in Trinidad and Tobago.
Agree.
Those two communities have never voted for a party other than the PNM. And they continue to vote for the PNM and this RPNM. So do you think they really want change, Tommy?
They no. But the day that we're talking about our aging and the Asian population, the youth may be thinking different and may do something different if given an opportunity. But for the most part, they may be disillusioned at this particular point and not be participating in the process and not exercising their franchise. So what do we do and how do we encourage them to get on stream and exercise their franchise in a way that's beneficial to their future? That's the question.
There are two choices. It's either red or yellow. And currently, red isn't doing much. I am not going to say that red not doing nothing. I will never say that. Red not doing enough in order to take them in the dire straits that they are in.
Here's what I think. I think the way the Constitution structures the power is flawed. I believe, just like how we vote for a president here in the US, we should vote for a prime minister that way. That way, we can rock the boat if needs be. You get me?
So what you are saying, vote for the prime minister. Yeah, vote for the prime minister separately.
Yes.
The prime minister can't win because them win 20 constituencies, or they win 21, the other party win 20, right? And because you win 21, you become the prime minister because your party won 21. We should be voting for the prime minister.
That's right.
I agree with that. I agree that we should be voting for the prime minister.
Yeah, I think so too, because I think we need some radical constitutional changes in order to change the dynamic.
Let me take this call.
Go ahead.
This is Trevor James. Hold on. Let me take this call. This is Trevor James. Hello, Trevor. Welcome. You're live on WZYE 95.9 FM. How are you?
All right, brother. I can't stay long on Simba. Just coming out of a long executive meeting, but I gave up commitment, so I'll give you a few minutes, right?
Trevor, what to do? Could we do it Sunday?
Sunday, yeah, we could do it Sunday.
Yeah, it's Sunday between 1 to 4. We on between 1 to 4. I know you're kind of tired, and I want to get the best of you.
Yes, Sunday. Sunday is better. Yeah?
All right, yeah, man. No problem.
All right, blessings.
Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Bye. So, folks, you see, we have responsible when we have, Tommy, that's what it is, eh? When you are a guest, you can't make it. Send a message and say you can't make it. Or just go a call and say, listen, boy, I can't make it. I'm busy. Folks, the internet.
That's respectable. That's
yeah, Tommy. If you can't make it, just do a little call. Yeah, that's what we call responsibility.
Right. Respectable.
That took what, Tommy? Less than 5 seconds?
Absolutely.
That's what responsibility is about. That's what responsibility is about. That's why I can't Cazell Jackson and Philip Alexander and Watson Duke and them fellas and them. I have no respect for them fellas and them. None. 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 Them can't get my respect. If you can't take 2 seconds, you say you was gonna do something. Yes, things come up. But if things come up, at least send up. First of all, he sent a message. He sent a message and said he was gonna be late. Then he called and says, well, I could only spend a few minutes. But, we need more time. So, go man rest. You go deal with it Sunday.
Exactly.
Cazell Jackson never called. Watson Duke never called. Watson Duke say you have no interest in coming on our program anymore. None. None. No interest. Philip Alexander,
okay.
I don't know what. Yeah? And how could we here, and that is the difference with us and those who live in Trinidad and Tobago and is on radio in Trinidad and Tobago. We believe in respect. We respect you, and it's the same thing here with our chat. We tell people we want to be respectful as all different people, UNC, TPP, PNM, PDP, PDP, NTA, UNC, PNM, all different people. And we respect that. And everybody can call. We don't censor people. We don't take people WhatsApp and block them. I know radio programs in Trinidad that block people. I don't know how their management does allow that. I don't understand that, Tommy.
That's mismanagement.
Oh.
That's what you call that. But we keep raising the bar and we won't drop.
We're not dropping it. We're not dropping it. We ain't dropping it. That's it. Disrespect, we're not going to tolerate that. We're not tolerating that. Yeah? Trinidad Margot says, Fali is our boss. Trinidad Margot says,
transformational leader.
Transformational leader, yes.
Who, if by some fluke or chance winds up being the prime minister, we'll be blessed.
You see big things happening. I think the TPP. Go ahead.
He can be a blessing to this land.
Correct is right. Trinidad Margot says, I think the TPP will have accomplished so much that they will get the votes. Okay. Rishi, is Kamala going to thief money again if she gets in office? I don't know, everybody. Ailey. Ailey, put on them 2 glasses. You see, me and Jean come and put one quote, one statement, we ask him what it means, and he gone. Hope your wife and take your phone again. Ailey says, answer me, Tommy, what is UNC policies? Oh, God, look, Cheryl, welcome. Cheryl, where are you joining us from? Cheryl says, Watson may get 10 votes, but he's not winning the East. Take that to the bank. Oh, Lord have his mercy, Tommy, 10 votes.
Thank you, Cheryl, for your opinion. We value it very much. Yeah. I do, anyway. I value your opinion highly.
Cheryl say you go get 10 votes, 10, She ain't said 20 or 2, 10, boy. Rishi says, highly, after all, what are you doing? You will say that. Highly, highly had to stop drinking a Moby or Sorrel, Not all diaspora have the best interest for Trinidad and Tobago. What does highly mean by that?
Maybe he would explain. Explain, Highly, explain.
Explain, yeah, explain. Put the S in explain. Or take the S out of plane.
Says when Lavati matters to you, Aslan.
Highly.
Well, Trinidad and Tobago matters, but what Aslan keeps saying is that Lavati has been consistent throughout the history of the voting in Trinidad and Tobago, and they haven't gotten their just due for their dedication. I mean, how much more simple than that do you want me to explain the position that Anthem takes with Laventine?
Thank you so much, Tommy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Anderson, welcome.
Good night to you, Mr. Wall Street, Miss Uncle Tommy. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, sir.
Mr. Good night to Kunji, KFC. I'm a Panda Kingsley. Don't mind you going to, of course, these days.
Anderson, wait.
I believe, I wonder if you let Melva listening. You are probably the picking up by 5 money per minute, I don't pass the money per minute there. And I want to give Panda Kunji a thumbs up. Because he said no African woman can have a hairstyle like Melva. I said, Melva, the Bartok hairstyle girl. Anyhow, to the people that think that Kamala is weak, she's falling. And to all those who as I heard you all and people always mention, is the two most lapidated, what I should say, not only communities, not only communities, man, that be name for them, constituents.
Yeah,
right. Lavantel West, Lavantel East. We look at Duncan Street, George Street, up by your side on all day too. Chumakak, Mova, Sanmon. But I think you'll see a change now here, you know. Because as you walk the streets, as I now told you that and my brother told you on there as I saw them, I said you don't go cry, you know. Because they're going to lose election. The PNM going to lose. Only I am not seeing the PNM losing is the EBC election among the commission. If they have it in the pocket already and they say, you see that, don't care how much all you vote, how much we see the place in yellow, we go put it back red. But as I tell you, Uncle Tommy and Wall Street tonight, this evening here, the word on the gong is, and it's not like the last election, people can't wait to get rid of Rowley. I talk about PNM people and all. Sure, I don't go up in PNM house. They say Anderson, and what I see them as song as a joke. They say Anderson, I don't vote for them, but they write on the veteran election back. People are enough of it. Not like the woman that the Prime Minister said medicine and make son in here. People actually want to drop a mountain politically and not man head. They want to attempt the biggest trick they can get in here politically. Politically, they want to kill Leonides. I ain't asking all you. People can't wait to vote out these people. I see should them know that. A lot of them know nothing, but what happened? The other market should pay. Some of them never pay HEC, send the CP and them get them a house. So, you know what's going on? All of the sufferings are the one PNM to win. They will like PNM to win. So you can say them the mortgage and then go get put out. I think a lot of them will be put out. But in moving on, as I reiterate on different frequencies today, this is what the things they vote out a woman for, you know. Better health care, they vote out that. Two back pain 5 years, they vote out that. I text you all just and ask, bring back a minute teeth. We have 3 point how much billion dollars missing from the Auditor General report. Right? Them things never go and below Kamala then. Every cent, everything was right. We are color me orange. Whereby a lot of them working permanent now in agency. That was an initiative from Micheline John took together with Dr. Munilal. We knew I was the minister, I think Mission Modi director. And a lot of you is permanent today. They had the WhatsApp program. A lot of them is permanent on the WhatsApp program through the UNC. You instigate them in Beatum, you ungrateful people in Beatum, who went out there in a peaceful protest to hold some placard. You wicked PNM people. That was on a priority bus suit. Come and get them a pavilion. Downstairs the pavilion have a gym. Every room downstairs I AC in it. Kitchen, name it. To get them a community center, every room in that community center is equipped with AC, air condition. It's the first community center they said in Trinidad and Tobago, which every room had an AC in it. And the list could go on and on and on. She said, I stay home with a little retarded child. Or the Down syndrome, Trevor and them. Look at that still man, they check. That Cornwall Street, they vote out that. You know what I'm telling you? They vote out children getting free laptop, they vote out that. Now for you to get a grant, a book grant, but I tell you what to do in Beatum and Lavantil West, but your MP or get a letter. Right? So if you want a letter to get a book grant from Lavantil West, you put something tight and go by visualize. When I say tight, it must be tight. All the neighbor must print out in it. And all will get a grant. You give all the fastest letter. Because I will continue to say, visualize, the Minister of National Security for Trinidad and Tobago is a political raper, man. This is a man you will see midnight in Beatum when it comes close to election, talking to all them little girls on them. I don't know where you are with them little girls. This is a man who name call is alleged with a young lady named Tasha in Belmont, Car Street. And also alleged that Tasha AIDS. Look how long asking visualize if you know a young lady named Tasha, the cancer. But the list could go on and on, you know. We look at the children hospital. This woman try. When it was Christmas, they could have run up from Rice Road or hop up. Children was dancing coming up Rice Road. Because that a bag with Camilla face on it, that a big toy in the hand. That educational toys. And the list could go on and on and on and on. People who crying for water don't like Battery and them. Who crying for water, it was water for all. Yeah, them slow down that. They're diverting the water now. And the list could just go on and on. If I'm going to tell you what thing that lady did in 5 years, I take up the program. Right? So just on gratefulness we are seeing now. And I want you that and Melba to know. Yeah, to that Davy. I want them to know. Only person I know for long was Rowling up and Tent to know. Wall Street good program as usual.
Thanks. Later, Anderson.
Thank you, Anderson.
Anderson, boy. Anderson, my real partner, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Anderson, Anderson, my partner. JB said the anchor holds. He said TPP winning 2 seats. We go paint the tongue blue. Yeah, she says, I don't think people of TNT want change. With change come all new responsibilities. And you are held for your actions. People of TNT don't want that. And it has become their way of life. Hailey say, Ansem is the biggest bacchanalist. I wonder what you talking about, boy. I don't know, boy. Tommy, you know, you could help me with that. I answer him. Don't answer any question. He love the flag. Yeah, Mr. Florida.
Hey, good night again, Mr. Hanson. Good night, Mr. Tommy. I just calling to say, to answer him for you now. So, hey, Hailey, I know you're an old school in the program. I know you're there from inception with Mr. Hanson and them, right?
He's our originalist. He's our originalist.
Yeah.
Yeah. We just call him our originalist. He started it from the
Yeah,
beginning, you know, and he has never forsaken us. And I we partner too bad. And we just say, you have a 90% ID and the 10%. And when the 10% ID comes up, you just have to do your best. Because the 90% is the good part of ID. Go ahead.
Yeah. So yeah, Mr. Hanson. So Hailey, yes, my brother. So I just explaining. I know start to listen to the program, and the reason why I just listen to the program for with Mr. Hanson and Mr. Tommy, right? We are in the diaspora here, right? If I had connections and money and know people like Mr. Anselm, right? I was from South in Trinidad, right? And if I had the kind of connection Mr. Anselm have and other things, I would have fight for down south by me. Just this is the reason why Mr. Anselm is fighting for where he come from. No, Mr.
What part
Anselm
of
can
South you from, Mr. Florida?
for Trinidad because he's not Bill Gates. He had a kind of paper. You know what I mean? But he could fight for where he come from. Just like me, if I had the connections like Mr. Anselm and stuff, I would have fight for South.
Hey, Mr.
What
Florida,
part of South?
what part of South you from? What part of South?
Oh, I from Marble. I was next to where man used to live in Gopaland.
Okay, and let me say something else to Hailey. Hailey, there are 3 constituencies in Trinidad that have never forsaken the PNM. Manning constituency is the 3rd one, San Fernando East. And when Manning was prime minister, San Fernando East saw development at its fullest. That's why we cannot consider San Fernando East as Lavantil West and Mova Lavantil East. Because Patrick Manning make sure his constituency was elevated. You hear? So we have a MP, Phil Geraldines, who been failing us abysmally for years upon years upon years, continue to fail us. So somebody had to fight, Hailey. Mr. Florida, go ahead.
Yeah. So I agree too. Hey, when down in my side, Mr. Anselm, if I think you have seen and fallen the road where I live in there, I could pick it up and eat it now because it was clean. Man, I make it clean. I ain't ashamed to say the man had the place top of the line. So Mr. Anselm fighting for where he come from, and I wish it had more people like Mr. Anselm and Mr. Tommy, who had the connections and who was, because Mr. Anselm have real connections, because some of the photos I think he sent me some big people in America. Mr. Anselm, no, don't get tired of Mr. Anselm. Mr. Anselm been around and know people. So I wish it had more people come from the east, come from the west, come from the north, the south, and do the same thing with Mr. Anselm and Mr. Tommy do. Fight for where they come from and we help improve it. So Heidi, he's a good soul, yeah. I just seeing some as a newbie I now coming in the dance. So but this is why I enjoy Mr. Anselm and Mr. Tommy program. Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. Bless.
Thank you, Mr.
You
Florida.
you see, Tommy, sometimes I don't know when Hailey come in, whether he have a glass of Moby, a glass of sorrel, or he drinking, or he's or if he drinking a soda and the soda has too much sugar in it, or you put too much sugar in the Moby or too much sugar in the sorrel. Oh God. KFC, welcome. How you going?
Good night, Uncle Wall Street. Good night, Tommy.
But wait now, it's Uncle Wall Street now. KFC.
Uncle and Godfather. What's a good night to my boy? I'm going to be telling this is Kingsley. I told you. And that's take any program yesterday. That's rock, but take care, man. Whatever, I have a good program today. All right, Uncle Tom, you are Godfather. Look, you're listening.
Yeah, man, KFC, bless.
Thanks, KFC.
I think when you're saying Patrick and Pandey, it's a different kind of men at different times. Yeah, Patrick Manning and Basdio Pandey, them was prime ministers, boy. Yeah, understand? Let me say this. If I had a choice between prime ministers, between Prime Minister Rowley and Kamla Prasad Besessa, I will take Kamla Prasad Besessa. If I had a choice between as Prime Minister, right? We picking just for Prime Minister. Prime Minister Rowley, Kamla Prasad Besessa. Which choice you gonna make, Wall Street? I'm picking Kamla Prasad Besessa. Why am I picking Kamla Prasad Besessa? Highly hear why I'm picking her. Hear why I'm picking. One significant thing. and it has to do with my people. And I'm comparing and contrasting. Kamala Prasad Bissessa, under her regime, reduced the amount of black people living below the poverty line to 17%. Prime Minister Rowley increased it from 17% to 26%. Policies. 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 Simple. Simple. I want anybody, anyone to debate those facts. Tommy, I want anyone to debate those facts, Tommy. We starting with you, Tommy.
Facts are facts, and they cannot be changed. Regardless of what you say or what you do, truth is truth, and truth will set everyone free. So, I would like to say that it's truthful what you've said. I don't disagree.
Tommy, just give me vex sometime, you know. I'll be honest.
Don't get vexed. Don't get vexed. Feel comfortable.
No, you just give me vex, man.
I ain't gonna vex you, man. No.
Oh God, push back, Tommy, push back.
Only for pushing sake. That's like opposing. That's like opposing only for opposition's sake.
No, I don't want you to oppose just to oppose. But I want you to like dig deep down in your intelligent lab. Because your intelligent lab does go real deep, you know. Dig deep to me and come up and say, yeah, but what she talk about this over here? They ain't do good over here, right? She ain't do good over here. You just use it up.
But we have to face it. We have to face it. It's just a different time. And what we expected, you see, we had great expectations for our current leader and his leadership. And we got highly and great disappointment. That we have to be honest and express our displeasure with what has happened, because it's not pleasant, very unpleasant. And that's my opinion.
Tommy, you have said that you have to be. Say where to say again. With your words, you have to be impeccable with your words.
Correct.
Right? And I know you like to be impeccable with your words. However, you being generous. Prime Minister Rowley have failed people like him abysmally. And the facts are there to show it. And you know, I have a friend, Tommy. I have a P&M friend. He does wear red sunglasses and you have a left red earplugs. Right? He does wear a red sunglasses and you have a left red earplugs. Right? So you know, there's two things happening there. He cannot see clearly and he cannot
hear the red rhetorics.
Correct is right. Correct is right.
You know,
and that's what it
is. We had great expectations, and we expected so much more in 2014, 15, before this man took office. There are those who believe that he did a nice job and he did a great job, and the whole COVID stories and COVID, which was, in my opinion, was a serious smoke screen. But other than that, it's a failure. Crime, economics, employment, poverty. Sad, it's sad.
And that's why we play that song. Tommy, Rishi says, worship one day you have to let Tommy take the lead. So Rishi, you see? Rishi in your corner. Rishi say you have to take the lead. Yeah?
Right, Rishi.
Yeah. Rishi say, watch it. You say, Kamala, watch it now. You might get some fire now. No, I don't want no fire. I want to deal with the facts. Facts. And someone told me that is a fish in a bathtub and not the ocean because you have no other options. All right, Ali, put on the glass to the Sorrel. Keep the glass to the Moby.
Okay.
She said, well, she never hear this say what is going and never come back. TNT is there. Come back, TNT is there. Nah. Rishi, things could turn around. Rose, welcome. Rose says, Ansem, Tommy, and Diana together for a couple years. Well-advised persons from all of the political parties right here on this program. And we on this chat are feeling as though in a university. Thank you very much, Rose. Yeah. Heidi says, blessings to you. Rose says, thank to you all. Rose says, highly love. Good night. Blessings to you. Yeah, we consider to be a family. Yeah, we just go back and forth. But we are family and we are respectful family. Tommy, here it is again. Do you want to compete against me? I'm not weak.
Yeah, we are in a competition with him.
I don't know, boy. I feel he and Harry does exchange glasses. I feel one time Harry just give him his Moby virtually. And then me and Jim just give Harry his Sorrel virtually. So like they'll be sipping in the same glass. Had to be something, man. No, there's something there. I don't know what it is. I'll find it one of these days. Hailey and Mean Gene. Yeah. Tommy, we run a program tonight and we only play like 2 videos.
Wow.
You know that?
I'm sure we have a library is full of videos.
Our library full, our library packed to capacity. And all right, let me play a little bit of news. Let me get a little bit of news. Let me see where I have this news now. Let me play a little bit of news for the day before we go. We are ready? Almost at the top of the hour. Let me see where I put that news. I put it in one. Because we had a situation somewhere down in South where people were going and taking land. Did you see that? And what's the name of that place, boy? I forget the name of that place, WZYE drop. That one there. It's not there. Is it here? It's not there. 5. 4. All right. I don't know. Like these videos play tricks on me sometimes, man. It'll just disappear into thin air. I don't know where it is go. Oh, do you remember this?
I will work for free to make sure UNC and Gary Griffith never see office in this country. I will work for the PNM for free. I vote for Rowley.
Oh, God. Hailey and Shreddad Margo. I doesn't know what to say about them politicians in Trinidad. I don't know. Tommy, them videos and them just disappear into thin air, boy. Let me try one more place here. Hold on, eh? Yeah. All right. Disappear over it went. Ali says, Anselm, I don't get man glass. I'm not on that, eh? Them funny talk you on the Yo, Tommy.
Yeah, funny talk.
No, what? Tommy, you see how that 10% boy, that 10% man does. You see, yeah, you see, that's why we understand our people. We understand. Tommy, how did he reach there, Tommy? How did he get there? Help me. How did he get there?
Drinking too much of that, whatever it is.
Sorry. Tommy, I mean, highly, you need to keep the Moby and let me engineer the sorrel. keep, keep, keep the Moby and let me engineer the sorrel. Because it appears that the Moby has too much sugar, right? And the sorrel don't have enough sugar. Because that sugar making highly type too much, right? It's making it type too much highly. Yeah. Making it type too much. Okay. She said, not everyone in the world thinks the same. Guess we all see things differently. Of course, Rishi. And that's why we say to people, right? We want the people in the chat to be people from all different perspectives, all different parties, and have different opinions. We are not looking for people in the chat who have the same opinions. You don't learn that way. Right? When you are doing critical thinking, you want people with different opinions. Right? You know why I see much tonight, Caribbean Soul. We want people with different opinions. So because you can learn from people with different opinions. If like for example, they have programs on 91.9, only want PNM people, our PNM people to call them program. Them really don't want other people to call the program and be critical of them from a critical thinking perspective. So them don't want to talk about the prime minister talk he was going to put 100 million into urban communities and it never happened. Them don't want to talk about that. Them don't want to talk about the billions of dollars missing. Them ain't talking about that. Them want to talk about Muniland and EMBD from years ago. Or they want to talk about Kamla Prasad Basesa. That's what they want to talk about. Bread and butter issues that facing us today. They're interested in talking about that. They're not. Yeah? Richie, you are correct. That's why I take negative and positive to get electricity. Right? If we were to come here and say, oh God, we only want to hear, but listen to this, eh? The people that come to us less, more than any other people, is our PNM people. They come here less than anything else because you know why? They can't come with their garbology here. They have to bring it real. They can't talk them kind of foolishology, dotishology, and stupidology that us be talking on them other programs and them. Yeah? No, they can't. Well, they could, but they will always be fact checked. Yeah. So, folks, in the chat, put closing comments in the chat. I'm giving you guys very early tonight. My son just finished roasting cashew nuts in my yard, and we had fun. So I'm still out in my yard with my gate wide open. Okay. Rose, your gate wide open? Okay. Rose must be living in South. Rose living on South, right, Tommy? She gate wide open.
I think it's Point Fortin.
Oh, okay. Roasting cashews? Okay. Roasting cashews. That Tommy ever roast cashew in Trinidad?
Many moons ago.
Uh-huh.
I was when I went up in the country by my grandmother.
You used to get the cashew nuts from where the cashew nuts used to come from?
From the cashew tree, cashew plant.
I know.
From
But
the fruit,
you guys
from the
had one
fruit,
in your yard?
You know,
Yeah.
all over the village had cashew trees.
No, we don't have no cashew. We don't.
And when the cashews are ripe and in season, man, it's a mess. A whole lot.
Okay. So Rishi asked a question. Your thoughts. Do you think all the PNM people think in their hearts that they're doing a good job? I don't think all our PNM people think they're doing a good job. I honestly don't think so. But I think more of them rather suffer peacefully than to come out and say what they really want to say. That's my estimation. Richie, I don't think all of them think in their hearts that the RPNM is doing a good job. I think there are many of them who know that the RPNM is not doing a good job, but they rather suffer peacefully than to come out and express their true sentiments about what's going on. Because they feel that if they come out and say what's happening, it's going to affect the party. And come election, it may have an effect on the outcome. So they don't want to affect the outcome. So they rather stay silent and suffer peacefully. Don't rock the boat, right, Tommy? Yeah, don't rock the boat. Yeah, that's what I think. So, folks, we're gonna go for a quick station identification. Hold up, I just see like if I get a voice. Hold on, Let me play this voice before we go. Hold on.
Good night, Uncle Worship. Good night, Godfather Tommy. Worship, today I come in today and take care the two talk shows, Juju Love and Miss Velma. We talk about Kamala who falling down. She missing toes. That was not easy PNM, you know. They have a monitor line, don't need coming and begging. The PNM even following the monitor line. They come in and the radio station only begging for money. I set on easy PNM. For them suffering in silence, we must suffer in silence. Fire upon the PNM, evil and wicked, I'll go. Washington told me all about blessed night in the cold. Yeah, man.
It's warm now.
Yeah,
Anyway.
Today was a splendiferous day, boy. What? Today was 80-something degrees, boy. KFC,
Nights
boy.
are cooler, nights a little cooler, but
yeah. But that's all right.
good sleeping weather.
Yeah. So, folks, we're gonna go for a quick station identification. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Walsheet, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Don't forget, folks, put your closing comments in the chat. We'll be right back after this short break. Don't go nowhere.
You're listening to WZYE 95.9 FM. You are listening to WZYE LP 95.9 FM, the most influential name in Caribbean radio in the tri-state area. Broadcasting from East Orange, New Jersey. The most influential name in Caribbean radio. WZYE 95.9 FM.
We are back with you. It's In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street, and you on WZYE 95.9 FM. Let me say a special welcome to Betro Joe. Betro Joe, welcome to In the Village. This is the first time I'm seeing that name, Betro Joe. Betro Joe, if you're still there, tell us where you're joining us from. Of course. So, Tommy, let me give my closing comment. So, folks, don't forget, on Sunday, we will have Assemblyman for Infrastructure in Tobago, Trevor James, with us on Sunday between 1 to 4. Yeah? Tommy, Tommy, Richie says, or should I have to admit, I do like to hear Tommy laugh. Tommy, whenever you make me laugh, I just make you laugh. Right? So here is my closing quote. Stop holding on to people just because you have history together. You got strangers clapping louder for you than people who thought really cared for you. Stop holding on to people just because you have history together. You got strangers clapping louder for you than the people you thought really cared for you. From where I sit, this is it. The clock on the wall said that's all I like to say, but I've got to go. Remember, hard work beats talent when talent does not work hard. And for every 60 seconds of anger, you lose 1 minute of happiness. And remember, your circumstances may determine who you are, but you are responsible for who you become. So Betro just told us, Tommy, that is Betro? Betro, is that a male or a female? Let me see. I can't see that real good there. Anyway, Betro is from Belmont. Betro, welcome to In the Village with Uncle Tommy, Professor Wall Street. It's nice to have you. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Okay? Tommy, there we go.
I hope you realize that every day is a fresh start for you, that every sunrise is a new chapter in your life, waiting to be written. Like I say every time, be the change you want to see. You, that man in the mirror. However, if you look in that mirror and don't like what you see, do not blame the mirror. Do not look down on the person unless you're giving them a hand up. Love you all. Be safe. Until our next session. Love you all. Good night.
Thank you, Tommy. And Rose closing comment is good night, blessings, and be safe, everyone. Heidi's closing comment is the Holy Spirit of discipline flees deceit and withdraw from senseless counsels. Wisdom is a kindly spirit. I know Heidi's showing words so now. Rose closing comment. Who have to get a wake-up vaccine for Heinz, boy? Rose, you gotta send who a email, you know. You gotta send who an email. So, folks, we are out of here, and we're gonna go out with our song that we normally always leave you with. So, we're gonna see you guys on Thursday. Same WZYE channel, same WZYE time. Later, we out of here.
This is oh Lord, Trinidad and Tobago. This is DJ Bravo. I'm hurting you know. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see, if
front of me. Nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up again parliament economy. But let the moderator say another body in a dream. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain? This is a sad place. My country turn into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turn into a sad place. Now with the love, with the vibes, with the hope. Now tell me something, how we really want we cope. When the children breathing in too much gun smoke. And the Coast Guard can never see a boat. Yes, I'm going like some goats when they come looking for votes. Say to empty promises, reading like a horoscope. Justice for sale in a fat envelope. Politically, all the answers is a joke. This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. All I see in front of me, nightmares turn into reality. Like somebody build a monster factory. Parliament up again parliament economy. But let the moderator say another body in a dream. Somebody girl child missing, another rape again. And next road stain with somebody sunburn. Who take the S out of Port of Spain? This is a sad place. My country turned into a sad place. When I look around, it's only sad face. Our country turned into a sad place. It doesn't matter the religion, the color, the creed, or the race. It's our responsibility to take care of our place. Champion.